Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Akashic Tarot today. We're going to do a pick a card. This is a general reading for the collective, so whatever your query is, just sort of think about that. And our card of focus for pile number 1 is the King of Roses. And we're going to use the Mermaid Tarot for this one. And pile number 2, your card of focus is Reflection, and number 19. And we're going to use Tarot of the Ruins with this one. And pile number 3, your card of focus is Fated Meeting, number 7. And with that, we are using the Wandering Star Tarot. So please feel free to pause and ponder and see which one is right for you, or watch them all, whatever you decide. And I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile number 1, and our card of focus today with the Akashic Tarot is the King of Roses. Okay, now the King of Roses obviously is the King of Cups. Sorry, it looks like my earring is it's reflecting, so I apologize for that. Anyway, so the King of Roses. So if you look at him, like he's carrying a white rose and a red rose, and he's walking through this really beautiful bed of yellow roses. Okay, so that white rose is passion, purity, and that red rose is passion. And the yellow roses are all about healing and creativity. So this is the King of Love, and this king is very balanced and very well-rounded. Okay, so when this card appears, as you know, we're using it as our card of focus today, it really talks about a potential union coming. Okay, now this can be a friendship or a business union, or even romantic, right? Sort of does have this romantic feel to it. So whatever that means for you in your life, friendship, business, or romance. But it can be a new relationship, someone new coming in. But it can also be the blossoming of an old one. Maybe you've been in a relationship, a friendship with someone for a long time, and all of a sudden it's going to another step, or it's a romantic relationship that's going to, taking another step in towards making it bigger or better or whatever, deepening it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So whoever this person is, whoever this king is, now keep in mind, change genders. If you're a masculine watching, it could be a feminine coming into your life. So it just depends. So change genders as needed, as I said. But this person brings real tender-hearted and thoughtful support to you. This is a really important union, okay? It's going to be really helpful in your personal life, especially around home or like family issues. That's interesting. Okay. So this card also lets you know that it's time to stand up for yourself, okay? And take some loving but considered action on your own behalf. This is a time of increasing love and compassion, and that always starts within you. Okay, so be on the lookout. This is a card. This is a card of love, and love is in all relationships. Okay, so I have the Mermaid Tarot. We're going to go ahead and dig into this, find out what's going on here, who this person might be, what's going on with you. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm super honored to be able to bring you this message today. I hope you are all doing well. The sun is shining here. It's beautiful. It's going to get cold again tonight. Next couple nights we're dropping back down into 30s. So, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous out. So please take this as it resonates. This is a collective. This is a reading for the general collective. Let me say that right. All right, let's dig into this for you. What's going on? Oh my gosh, I love it that the Lovers just came out for you. Right now, it can indicate a romantic union, right? But like at its core, at its core is you, realigning with you at your core. Okay, this is about stepping into your authenticity. That's what this is about. This is about living your life through the filter of your authenticity. Everything you do, everything you see, everything you experience, you're using this filter. And you're understanding whether it is for you or whether it's not. Okay? In your energy, you have the Strength card. So you definitely have sort of mastered some control over those lower vibrational energies. And by that, I mean emotions, right? So when those like fear, anger, when those lower vibrational emotions come up, that means that you can rise above that. You recognize them, you understand where they come from, and you can rise above it to handle the situation. So this is really about strength. It's about control over those. It's courage. Okay, there's some courage happening here. This is your inner wellspring. So this is sort of infinite for you at this point. You've reached a certain level with the Strength card in your energy. Now remember, the King of Roses does say that it might be time to stand up for yourself in a situation. So not that that's what this is about, but you know, the King of Roses talks about it. You have strength in your energy. So there's definitely something that might have to do with you standing up for yourself there. Okay. And keep in mind the Page of Cups. So there is a message coming in for you. All right. Now the Page of Cups is a really fresh energy. Here's our little fish. It's like they're sharing a secret, I think. But it's generally a message of like love, fun, magic, good news, that kind of thing, right? So there's a message coming for you. And like I said, this could be you aligning with yourself. This can be you waiting for someone to come in. Or I'm not quite sure yet what this union is about. So far, it kind of seems like it's you coming into union with you. Right? Under the Lovers, you have the Six of Cups. So this is good memories. It's fun. It's playful. It can be family. Is someone coming back around again? So this you know, if this is someone, it's someone you know, perhaps coming back around. Maybe if we're talking about you coming into union with yourself, maybe you are remembering an old part of yourself, right? Feeling like yourself, feeling like your old self again. Ooh. Have you stepped away from that for a little while? I think we all do. But there's something that you're remembering about something that you loved about yourself. That's what it feels like. And you're embracing that again. In your energy, you have the Emperor as well. Look at you. So you've definitely mastered the realms of all four kings, right? Including that King of Roses. So I'm going to venture to say that this king might be you, perhaps, showing up here, right? You are the King of Love. You're ruling your world, right? You've earned the right to sit on this throne. Very well-rounded, wise, mature energy. Yes. Yeah, this is, it's like you're remembering an aspect of yourself that you used to be like. That's what it feels like. Under the King of Cups, you have, the Page of Cups, you have the King of Wands. So maybe someone is coming in with a message for you. It's either that or you are stepping into this fiery creative energy, right? You already have it within you. It might be time to utilize it a little bit more. Okay, stick with me. This is all going to come together, I promise, right? And under that Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles. It just feels like you're coming home, and I think we've had a few readings like that lately. Like you've sort of been through the trenches, right? You've come to this Emperor energy. You've found this control and this courage and this inner wellspring, and it's aligning you back to who you are. You're remembering aspects of the self, right? And it's going to lead you to this grand abundance. What is this about? Reconnecting? I mean, the King of Roses does talk about this is a really, really important. Well, it's not. I mean, this person is going to help you through the next stage of your life, whoever that is, whether it's you or someone else. So we have the Star showing up under the Emperor. So this is something that you wished for. What's going on? What's going on? I know I'm a little all over the place here, but this is trying to make this make sense. It does. It feels like you're coming home to yourself. There's something in that you wished and dreamed for. This coming home. Maybe you just wanted to go home. It feels like you just wanted to go home and you couldn't figure out how to do that, or you have figured out how to do that. That's what it is. But it has to do with love, and there's a loving person around you, or this is the loving person within you that is finally making this happen for you. Whatever that means, whatever going home means. Under the King of Wands is the Hierophant, right? And this is all, maybe this is a teacher or mentor that you've connected with that's helping you with this. Or someone who has said something to you or something you overheard somewhere that just connected the dots for you, right? Yeah. This is important. You're ready to go home. You're ready to go home, and you're ready to write your own Akashic record is what it seems like. This is really interesting because it's not a love reading. And it doesn't feel like it's based in the material world. This feels very ethereal. It's like you're going home, like you've done what you needed to do, and you're reconnecting with the self, and you are ready to go home and write it down, right? It's like you're going to the Akashic halls. Interesting. Yeah, you are. Yeah, my little power thing is off. Yeah, you are. There you are. You're going home, my friends, whatever that means to you. You've either connected with this King of Rose within you, or there is someone around you who's helping you with the last little steps, but you are definitely going home. Stay in love. Stay in the love of things. Stay in the love of things. Yep. You've done everything that you can do where you're at in your situation. It's time to go home. But this is a card of enlightenment, the Hangman, right? So you understand where you are. You understand where you've been. You understand that you can't move. There's nowhere to go on this journey, on this leg of the journey. So you pivot and you go a different route. You take a new direction. You start a new journey, right? There's our Fool card. You have the Four of Swords showing up, so you're going to be able to rest and recover. You're going home, my friend. Like I said, whatever that means for you, it's time. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups, right? This is a gift from Spirit. This is a gift of love. This is new beginnings in love and relationships, right? This is your fresh start from the heart. All right, so stay in love through this process. Only you know how this is sort of coming into play in your current situation. Okay, but this is actually really, really wonderful. Okay, this is wonderful. This is you going home to you. This is you going to that next place that you need to be. All right, your guiding star is calling you home. Okay, pile number one, that is your message today. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry for all the weird technological crazy stuff. Yeah, take that however it resonates. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Okay, welcome pile number two. And your card of focus is number 19 and reflection. All right, so we're watching this boat. It sort of looks like it's going through this bay, the sailboat. You know, there are lights on in the houses, the lanterns reflecting into the water, the moon is out. It's beautiful, beautiful card, right? So on, you know, in the material kind of world, it could indicate that you're going to go on a trip, right? A trip over water, a trip by water. But more importantly, this is a very watery card. There's a lot of spiritual stuff happening here, right? It can reveal that you have a direct line to your psychic gifts now, whatever that means for you, okay? You're also more aware of your emotions. You're more reflective about them, hence the name of the card, reflection. So you're recognizing really the difference between that intuitive voice that you have within you, the one that's calm and assured, the one that you know isn't the cray-cray little monster that we carry around in our head, right? Your lower emotional compulsions, which are the ones I'm talking about, the lower vibrational energies, emotional energies like fear and, you know, we get that weird urgency feeling sometimes, right? You can tell the difference between them. So at this time with this reflection card, you're actually allowing yourself to gain even greater clarity in your situation and control over your emotions. This is great. Okay, your yin's wide open. Your receptivity is high. So trust that inner voice and you're going to be guided where you need to go. Okay, this is all about trusting your inner voice and understanding the difference between the higher self and sort of that lower vibrational self. Okay, there's something here. There's something coming. There's a connection that's meant to be made. Now, that's going to be different for everyone. So however that fits your situation. Okay, I do have the Tarot of the Ruins. We're going to go ahead and dig into this. I'm loving this deck. It's new. Anyway, and I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you're all doing well. The sun is out here. It is beautiful. It's going to be cold the next couple nights, but that's okay. That's all right. No biggie. We like it. Or I like it anyway. So anyway, yeah. Let's dig into this. Please take this message as it resonates. Okay, yeah, I know. All right. The reflection. What is happening with reflection? Well, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. This is all about something that seeds that you planted a long time ago about something, right? Pentacles are slow moving, and so it might be taking a long time for it to come to fruition, right? It can also indicate maybe it's time to reassess, reflect, and decide if it's worth continuing on. So it's kind of a card of faith as well, I guess, right? Do you have faith that the seeds that you have planted are going to come to fruition? Maybe, maybe not. That's for you to decide, right? Because maybe it's time to let it go, but maybe it's time to just dig in deeper. In your energy, you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Knight of Cups brings forth messages of proposals, quests, right? Typically around love and magic and fun and those kinds of things. Okay, interesting. Well, I wonder if you're waiting for a message or if you have a message or a proposal for someone. Curiouser and curiouser. Keep in mind we have the King of Pentacles. That's in regard to that Seven of Pentacles. So you're like, oh, do you still have faith in the seeds that you planted? Keep in mind we have the King of Pentacles. So it seems to me that it's worth hanging on to. It's worth continuing with. It's worth working towards, because it is going to lead you into this King of Pentacles energy, right? That's an unshakable foundation in the material world. That's your material abundance. That's something that you worked really hard for, right? Pentacles are hard work cards. It's putting in the physical action to create something that you want in the material world, right? On the earthly plane, digging your feet in the dirt, getting grounded, getting down to business, right? Business. Maybe this is a business idea that you had. Okay, let's see for that Seven of Pentacles. Where do we want to go? With the Seven of Pentacles, we want to go straight to the King of Cups. Look at that. Straight to the King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is all about love. All about love. Emotional maturity. This is really digging into the depths of the emotions, isn't it, right? Because the reflection is all about the emotions. It's all about making that connection. It's a spiritual connection. There's something coming. There's something coming. There's your Knight of Cups. Maybe your work is around this spiritual connection, right? Maybe you're a reader. Maybe you're a psychic medium. Maybe you're some sort of spiritual healer, right? This is saying stick with it, basically. There is a message incoming for you to stick with it. Okay? Emotional maturity, compassion, love. Stay with this, okay? Stay with that. Okay, yeah, you guys, whoever is watching this, you're doing something really amazing and you've been working on it for a long time. Don't give up. There's something coming in about that, and it might be a little bit of a game changer. In your energy, the Four of Wands, okay, that's a card of celebration. It's a milestone marker, right? You crossed a finish line somewhere. Okay, this is it's a card of celebration. It's a card of coming together with your community and with your whoever and celebrating, right? It's unity, it's creativity. It's a milestone marker. You made it to a milestone marker. You know, like if you're a reader, maybe your marker was, you know, I want to have 5,000 viewers, subscribers by this time. Maybe you did that. You know, maybe you have a beautiful memoir about your spiritual path and you wanted to have it done by a certain deadline, right? It's in your energy. You made it. Okay, so it's all going to change something. It's going to change. It feels like it's changing the trajectory of your path. That's what it feels like. That's why you're in the reflection time right now. Okay. You're understanding. You're very, very okay, hold on. We have two here. Wow. We had the Sun come out with that Knight of Swords, right? Yeah, there's going to be some action happening. You have your Knight of Swords there. Here, let me hold them up. These cards are so slippery, they're new. King of Swords. Or excuse me, Knight of Swords. It's a Knight of action, so there's definitely some action coming. It's going to be real quick, real swift, okay? And the Sun came out with it. So it's definitely leading you. This is your life force energy. It's definitely going it's going to go somewhere really rapidly. As soon as you hit this milestone marker, and it's in your energy. So if you haven't reached it yet, you are about to. And then things are going to take off. Remember to stay in love and compassion with the King of Cups while you're moving forward quickly with that Knight of Swords, okay? Oh my goodness sakes. You have the Ace of Swords, or excuse me, I can't even read today. The Ace of Cups coming in under the King of Cups. This is a new beginning in love and relationships. This is gonna crack your heart wide open. I am not saying that your heart is closed. I don't believe that. But I think that it's gonna open it wider than it's probably ever been before, with whatever it is that you're doing, with whatever this spiritual connection is, however you're using it in a creative way. I mean, it's something you planted the seed for a very long time ago, okay? In your energy, you have the Seven of Swords. Now, this can be, since it's in your energy, maybe you might be feeling betrayed. You might be feeling that someone was dishonest with you. Maybe you feel like you've betrayed yourself, or you've been dishonest with yourself. Maybe it's theft. This card has a lot of different meanings. The one that I think that seems to be congruent with this reading is that the Seven of Swords can sometimes be a card of strategy, right? Time to go, like picking up what you can carry and moving on. Leaving whatever swords you can't carry behind because they're not necessary for you anymore. You don't have to carry them anymore, right? It's a card of strategy. Maybe you're strategizing how to move forward. What do you take with you? What can you carry with you? And I feel like sometimes the Seven of Swords, when we use it as a card of strategy, I mean, swords are of the mind, of course. They're of the mind, of the thought, whatever. But it feels like with this energy and that Knight of Swords coming in, that it's going to be a quick sort of last minute decision. You're going to have to grab what you can and go kind of energy. Whether that's how it plays out, I don't know. But that's what it feels like. It feels like strategizing in your energy. Yeah. All right. Well, that one just flew right out, didn't it? What did I just say? It feels like strategy. Pack what you can. Yeah. Seven of Wands. Keep in mind, stand your ground, right? You have 3 sevens up here. 3 sevens. Stand your ground. You planted a seed. Now you have to take some quick action with that Knight, because things are going to happen. You're crossing a milestone. You're crossing a finish line. Something fast is going to start happening here for you. You're going to have to pick up and you're going to take what you can. You know, it's kind of like, it's not I don't want to say it like that. I was going to say it's like, you know, your house is on fire, grab what you can. What would you take? Grab it and go. But it's not that sense of urgency with this. So that's not really quite what I'm trying to say. You're understanding that you can only carry a certain amount of things. Okay? And that's going to be great, because here you are. Hello, sir. What's going on? That's my big cat, big bear. Yes, I know. Are you talking to me? So yeah, stand your ground. You're going to get through this. Look at all these people down below you. They're not even at your level, right? Yeah, this is great. It's coming out under the sun. Something really, really good is happening for you. I'm absolutely loving it. Keeping in mind too that this is about that deeper connection that you are diving into, right? A deeper understanding, deeper clarity, deeper connections with your spirituality, deeper connections with your psychic abilities. And it's about time. Here comes the Justice card. Yeah, it's like you've been working so hard on this. It's incoming. Here you go. The scales are going to be balanced. The scales are going to be balanced. Look at this. 2 cards came out together. Oh, I just love these cards, you guys. Look at that. The 2 of Cups. So there's a soulmate connection coming in, whatever that means for you. Oh, these are just gorgeous. You have a soulmate connection. And you're going to be sitting in your 9 of Cups, happiness, right? And love. This is love and joy for you. This is your moment to enjoy the things that you've gained clarity on that are the most important in your life. This is for you, right? We leave the 8 of Cups. We walk away from a lot of things, right? But we keep the things with us that mean the most. And in this 9 of Cups, that's where we take the moment and we get to enjoy them for ourselves. Okay? Oh, boy. My cats are just being crazy. I don't know why I picked that one up. This is the one I wanted to pick up. So when we're talking about walking away, whatever, remember we were talking about strategizing, what we take with us and what we don't. Pick up and carry what you can. You're gonna make the right choice here. Plus this cool soulmate coming in. So now, like I said, this can be any kind of soulmate, but we're really talking about, I mean, we're just loaded with cups here in this message. So this is very watery, it's very emotional, but you have this emotional balance now and emotional understanding that you are carrying with you at this point. So pile number 2, this is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome pile number 3, and your card of focus is 7 and Fated Meeting. Very karmic card, right? I mean, yeah, so you have these 2 figures that are kind of meeting in this square. The clock is striking midnight. You can see them in the clouds, or in the ethereal, I guess I should say, which indicates that this is karmic, right? Predetermined by your higher selves, right? That's them in this sort of translucent above. So this means that you're coming to a really important relationship in your life. Okay, so it could be entirely new, meeting someone entirely new, or it's an existing relationship that you're already in that's being kind of lifted to this new level, right, for a higher experience. It's karmic. Okay. This is a karmic relationship from a past life or multiple past lives. Who knows how many times that you've met this person and you've done this karmic dance. Okay, but you're being brought together again. So it's really important for both of you to stay alert. Okay. Keep your individual and your collective growth a priority. This is also important. It's important to have compassion for yourself and compassion for each other in this. I mean, if you honor your karmic course as you're doing it again, right? It can be one of the highest relationships you can ever know. Now, this fated meeting can also be, it can be a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, an important purpose that you hold, okay? And those things too are karmic. Maybe you're meeting a past life publisher or a spiritual teacher or a brother or a sister, okay? Whoever this person is that's coming in, this is powerful and promising. I love this. All right, so get ready. It's almost time. right? Tick tock, they're coming. You're about to start this karmic dance with this person again. How are you going to handle it, right? I love it. All right, Wandering Star. We're going to go ahead and get into this message. I want to thank everyone so much for being here. Super honored to be able to bring you these messages. I hope you're all doing well. It is bright and beautiful and sunny outside, and it's going to be freezing cold again tonight. It's okay. I have a fireplace, and the critters love sitting around the fireplace. So, anyway, please take this message as it resonates. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. No biggie. Kind of stuck to the mat, so I wanted to show you what it was. The Judgment card, Awakening. Interesting. With your fated meeting happening here. I don't get this card often. I've had this deck forever, and it doesn't come out often. So, it's coming out for you. All right, Page of Swords. Okay, so there's going to be some clarity, right? The Page of Swords often will go to higher ground and for a better vantage point, right? There's a lot of curiosity and ambition with this Page of Swords. It's also kind of wanting to know what's coming at you. Sometimes the page will disconnect from emotions while sort of dealing with the thinking part of things, right? This is the nature of. Oh, in your energy, look at that, the Three of Swords. Yeah, heartbreak, sorrow, and grief. Yeah, if this is your karmic dance partner, all kinds of things can happen through the multiverse, through the different lifetimes, whatever. Right? Maybe you've been missing this person. Maybe you've been grieving and not understanding why. That's kind of what it feels like. This fated meeting is coming, so just be open and aware. Be open and aware, okay? Aw. Yeah, you are completing a cycle. You guys are coming back together again, right? The band's getting back together again. Let me put give her a little sparkly there. Yeah, so it's possible that you had to do this leg of your journey alone, right? And you've reached a milestone, and you're up on this with this knight. You're looking, you're vigilant. You're looking, you're waiting. The clock is ticking. You're waiting because you're done with you. You're missing this person, and boom, they're here. Whoever they are for you, they're here. And then here you are. You are completing a cycle, a karmic cycle with this. So this could be you are completing your cycle of life without this person, and this new cycle is about to begin. That's what it is. That's what it is with this person coming in, okay? This karmic connection coming in. Remember, it can be romantic. It can be, a workplace. It can be a best friend. It can be, it's just someone who's really, really, really important in your life. And they're really you guys are going to be important in your life in this next leg of the journey that you're heading into. Okay. Being vigilant, right? With that Page of Swords. And then we have the High Priestess coming out. So you definitely are working in the mystical, magical. You're very, very aware of the spirit world, right? This is trusting your inner wisdom. This is trusting your intuition. This is paying attention to your dreams, right? Because there are messages coming in. You have so much wisdom within you from all the lives that you have been dancing with this same person. It just feels like this time is going to be pretty epic. It feels pretty epic, especially if you are going to step into, now this is not in your energy, but it's in the nature of, if you're going to step into this energy, or your person is stepping into this energy, or you're both going to step into this energy, whew, they're talking about that elevated higher experience with this karmic person. Yeah. In your energy, the King of Swords. Well, the King of Swords is all about intellect and strategy and the truth. Be careful that you're not too cut off from your emotions. Excuse me. Are you? I do like the King of Swords, though. There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom with the King of Swords as well, but very much on the truth side. The King of Swords doesn't dip into the emotions, okay? It's almost kind of that energy of like hands on the hip, like, oh, finally you're here, right? What took you so long kind of energy. Oh my goodness sake. Yeah, we have the Lover's card. Not only is this person coming in with love, harmony, union for you, so much love. It's the kind of love that you haven't experienced in this lifetime. It's going to blow your mind, right? But the Lovers is also about aligning with yourself and stepping into your true authenticity, which we can do, which you can do when you have that level of support and love. I think this karmic dance is going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. You're still a little cold and rigid here. Let's see what we can do about that, okay? You know, if you've had your heart broken too many times, it's really hard to open up again. All right, let's get one for that High Priestess. There we go. Yeah. Limitations and restrictions that we place on ourselves show up as the Eight of Swords, right? It's a feeling of frustration, anxiety, feeling trapped, right? But this person can shimmy out of those loose bindings, take off that blindfold, and see that they're not in a prison, they're not in a cage, they're not in anything, right? So it is something that we do to ourselves. Now this is showing up in the nature of, and it's showing up under the High Priestess. So to me, it feels like part of this completing a cycle that you're doing is that's what the High Priestess does. The High Priestess goes into the shadows and works with the mystical, magical to solve things like this, okay? So you are shimmying, or you're meant to. This is in the nature of. So you're meant to shimmy out of these self-limiting beliefs. You know, maybe you've decided that, you know, I'm never going to meet someone, that person's never going to show up. Maybe you have told yourself that, you know, if you're just going to be by yourself forever, and you know, that kind of thing, right? These are limiting beliefs, but you're getting to the core of those with this High Priestess, and you're understanding. There's an understanding that's going to happen when these bindings come off and the blindfold comes off, and you see the world around you, right? Yeah. That is part of you completing the cycle. It's something that you have to do. It's something maybe that you both have to do. In your energy, you have the Nine of Cups. So you have been in, it's so funny. I was like, well, yeah, you're pretty cold and cut off, but you know what? The Nine of Cups is all about your emotional wish fulfillment. This is about your emotional maturity, stepping into joy and happiness, but it's for you. It's a very independent energy. So this is where you are. I love this card, but sometimes when we meet that person, or that karmic connection comes in, and we've been alone for so long, it's like, but I'm happy the way things are now. I don't need anybody. I've been by myself for so long. That's why these swords are showing up. You are happy with who you are. You are happy in your life, right? With your cat and your bird on your shoulder. Like, I love this. This is a very independent happiness, okay? This is where you are. You're going to have this, you're going to have to open up when this person comes in. Be aware. Stay compassionate to each other and to yourselves, right? Do not lose your individuality. It's really important that you come together and you grow together, but you still are who you are, if you know what I mean. Oftentimes people get into relationships and they change. I hear it all the time. Things were so good and then they change. It's usually everybody changes, but this is your karma and your destiny. This person's coming. Like, this is already woven into the fabric of your world, of your life, of your story, of your karmic path. This is already predetermined. How it happens is up to you, right? But this is a karmic contract that was made before you even got here. This is coming. I keep seeing a steamroller. It's steamrolling in. If you've been thinking, oh, I'm alone, I'm going to be alone forever, and I'm happy that way now. I've figured out my life. I've figured out my happiness levels, and I love my animals and my world and all the things that I'm doing, right? Here comes the steamroller. In a good way. In a good way. You're going to have to open up to this person. I mean, it's your karmic destiny. I'm chuckling because I know, yeah, oh, look, and it's also going to bring in a lot of material world abundance too. So yeah, hang on to that, okay? I don't know why. I'm laughing because it's funny. It's funny. I mean, it's a feel-good funny. It's not, I'm laughing at you. It's just, it seems like, I don't know. It's almost like rom-com energy, okay? And we have the Queen of Swords coming out. So yeah. Two very independent energies, the King and the Queen of Swords. Look, there's a power couple right there. You guys are going to change each other's worlds so much, but in a good way, in a good way. You're ready to do this dance again, all right? You're ready to do this. It's time to do this dance again. Wow, there's a lot of material abundance coming in. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles with generational wealth, inheritance, all of that. What's happening here? What is happening here? What is happening here? Yeah, well, it's going to come. You're going to get some news, right? Page of Wands. Good news, communications, all of that. Now, this is also a spark of an idea, a spark of passion, a spark of something, right? And then we fan the flames on that. So this is going to be pretty fiery and juicy for you. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, career, travel, new beginnings, right? The card of passion. It's your wake-up call. Now, wands are really fast-moving energy too. So when this happens, it's going to happen quickly. Okay. Pile number 3, this is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit that like button if this resonates. Share with your besties, and I will see you next time.